Chevar, joined by the other host, Chevall. How's it going, Biko?
It's going great. It's going good. I'm glad to be back. Sorry, this episode might be a little late. I wasn't feeling good, but we are back. We got a lot of game stuff to talk about. I'm excited. I've been playing a lot of games, so I've been actually very excited to talk about video games. Yeah, I have a question for you, though. You beat Last of Us 2 yet?
No, but I feel like I'm close to beating it.
Wow. Okay. Actually, you know, it's funny. Haley beat it before you. She just beat it right before I came in here.
Well, good for Haley. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, yeah. She had a good time, though. She really enjoyed it.
Come on. I'll beat it. Come on.
You're almost there. I'm sure you're almost there. See, and that's the thing. The end of the game makes you think you're almost there multiple times. Yeah, no. But I've been doing good. I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2. I went back to it. Now that I have time and I'm at home a lot, I actually have time to put hours into the game. And I've mostly been hunting and doing side missions, so that's been fun. I've been just trying to stay away from people because Houston is getting fucking stupid right now with all this COVID stuff. A lot of people out there doing a lot of dumb stuff. Been trying to just play video games and stay away from people like usual.
That doesn't sound fun.
Sounds great. It sounds great. Did you hear that Kanye is not running for president anymore? Isn't that great? Isn't that good news?
You also hear that Nick Cannon is ruining it for all black people?
Yeah, he's see, I feel like this is the weirdest platform to talk about Farrakhan, but
we don't need to talk about Louis Farrakhan.
We don't need to talk about Louis Farrakhan. Yeah. You know what's funny is that even like as all this news was happening, I was actually showing Haley Wildin' Out. I was literally just showing her old episodes because she had never seen it. She'd seen clips before. She never watched it. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, it's on YouTube. Let's watch some clips. We watched a bunch of compilations. And literally as this happens, I'm like on my phone. I look down. It says, I just see Nick Cannon anti-Semitism. And I was like, oh boy. I was like, shit. This is the weirdest time to get into this show that is officially been canceled because I'm pretty sure he got fired from Viacom. So
I'm sure it didn't. Okay, so basically, you're telling me you haven't played anything new in the past week.
Within the past week, well, I'm waiting for Tsushima to come out. So that's the thing. I'm waiting for Tsushima to come out. I'm digging my way through Red Dead Redemption 2 because
digging my way through Redemptions.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's good.
I thought you were gonna sing the song.
I could have. If there was a beat in the back, that would have.
You can't.
I'll get a piano next time.
You can't say "My Way" and not have that song pop in.
I mean, that's a good point. But I'm just waiting for Tsushima, which I've been hearing early impressions about it. And a lot of people like it. I feel like some people don't pay attention to gameplay, so they're like, it's a lot more stealthy than I thought it would be. But I even heard some people say it's
called Ghosts.
Yeah, it's called Ghosts. Like, yeah, I agree. Like, what the? Anyway, but I'm excited to play that. It comes out in a couple days. Gonna pre-order it tonight. But I'm excited to play that. I've really just been waiting to play big games until Tsushima comes out. But yeah, I mean, I'm just playing that. Went back into Animal Crossing. I'm doing the same thing in both games. I'm just fishing and talking to animals and shit.
So the same thing you've been doing since day one, basically.
Yeah, no, same exact thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about how I expected Animal Crossing to.
No, it's fun because I mean I'm still making my island. The different plants without a season, and new ones started growing. You can swim now, and you can go catch a bunch of shit and get pearls and talk to the beaver and shit. I haven't done most of the art stuff that got released a month or two ago. There's a bunch of museum editions I haven't done. I haven't played in like over a month, so this is my first time going back. But that game's still fun if you can find it. And if you can find a Switch, shit. I mean,
if I find me a Switch, Animal Crossing will not be the first, second, or even last game that I buy.
Okay, so, that's your choice. That is your choice purely. But
no, it's fine.
As long as it's not the Outer Worlds, I think you're all right.
Yeah, well, I would never buy a real game on the Switch. I only buy baby games.
What games would you buy on the Switch? Because I've actually found out that I have a lot of games on the Switch that. I actually have more games on the Switch than I thought I would have. Like, there's not games I own duplicates of like on other systems. So what games would you even get?
Because you're a smart person. Why would you buy a game on the Switch that exists somewhere else?
I don't know. I've seen a bunch of dumb people do that shit because like it's mobile now, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, if I had a Switch, I'd probably buy Mario and Luigi and Zelda.
Yeah, Odyssey was good. Actually, Haley picked Breath of the Wild back up last week, and not gonna lie, it's still pretty fun. The game's great, and it's aged well too. It came out like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's still pretty good. I remember I keep thinking it's simpler than it is when I like play it again. I'm like, oh yeah, no, this game is actually like a pretty decent open world game. But
what game? Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's great. It's good game. Very good game.
Yeah, I'm sure. I believe you.
No, I mean, all I'm saying is all these games where you ride horses or fish and shit, best games out there. Not because of those mechanics, but because that's just in the games for some reason.
I mean, if you say so, man, I'm not gonna argue with you. Say so.
What have you been playing? What have you been playing? Is it just Last of Us? You've been just trying to dig your way through that?
Yeah, I played it yesterday, and I think I played it on Saturday as well. So yeah, I played it yesterday and Saturday. I mean, it's fun. I like it. It's really good. I think I'm near the end. It's fun. It's a good game. I like shooting people in it. It's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's really satisfying getting headshots with like a hunting pistol or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it blows their fucking heads off. Or you can like blow people's arms off with the hunting pistol. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But yeah, I playing that. I updated Monster Hunter. I haven't turned it on.
Oh shit!
There's a new monster. Alatreon. I don't know how they want that to be said, but I'll probably go in and do that, and either once again the lone Monster Hunter in all of Monster Hunter, and go in and beat that and get the armor. And I didn't do the last update, so there's plenty of stuff for me to do in there. So, yeah. But I'm just looking forward to Ghosts. Really, that's it.
Yeah, no, I'm still looking forward to that. It's one of those games where I'm not even really taking opinions on it because I've seen some weird stuff that I'm not concerned about for the game. But I mean, it's a Sucker Punch game. They make stuff I like. There's not really a Sucker Punch game I don't like because they made Sly Cooper, Infamous. What else did they make? They made a couple other things, but that's like what they're known for. So yeah, should be good. I just want to play as a samurai in something that's not Neo, where I can die in 3 seconds and it's the same 5 enemies for 300 levels. But we'll see.
All right, you're a neophyte because you don't know how to fight Neo. Neo's good.
No, it's good. Good game. Good game. I have my issues with it. It's a good game though. Great game.
Before we move on, thanks for we had a contribution to the show from Ghost. Thank you for contributing to the show.
Oh shit! Thanks, dude.
And doing great things.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for anybody who donates to support Link. We really appreciate it.
Also, everyone who goes and clicks, and apparently people do buy the PlayStation cards from Amazon. So that's the thing I didn't know people do, and they do it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
PlayStation cards from Amazon.
Keep doing that. Just use our links to do it.
Yes. Thanks.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let me see. And then Chevar, aren't you building a computer?
We'll get to that later.
Oh, okay. It's news time. Big news time. So
not big news. There's no big news.
No. It's not big news time, but it's news time. Yeah, so this is just a small one, startup first. We actually got a look at what the PS5 box art looks like. Surprise, it looks just like the PS4 box art, except it's white and black instead of just blue and white. But, you know, I didn't really expect anything else. I mean, didn't the PS3 covers basically look like the PS4 covers? Like, they've kind of looked like this for a while. Like, they just changed the font and shit.
I honestly, I mean, I kind of remember what they look like, but I haven't had a physical game so long. So
yeah, no, I get what you mean. I have a few. The last physical game I got was Persona 5. Well, that's the thing. The last few physical games I got, they're all steelbook cases. But I think the last regular case game I got was like XCOM 2 a few years ago. And like, yeah, it's the same cover. It's just the white part is blue and the black part is white. And that's about it. I mean, but it is cool that we also have the cover for Spider-Man Miles Morales. They said this is the official cover. I'm cool with it. I don't mind. But they also kind of discussed Spider-Man 2 as well. That's going to be its own separate game. And they're planning for that to come out as... I agreed with you with that. I told you Spider-Man 2 is going to be its own game. But it's going to be the third game in the series. It's going to be called Spider-Man 2. We already talked about this. Come on now.
Yeah, revisionist history.
Hey, you can go look back on the old episode. I agree that it would be called Spider-Man 2. This is just it'll just be the third one. So yeah, no, I mean I saw people kind of being weird online. I mean, the console war stuff is still strange because you have people saying shit like Xbox has had the best cases since the Xbox One, and this looks like shit. I can't believe PlayStation people would buy games with a case. Like, it's just weird stuff I see online. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like most people don't buy their games physical anymore anyway. Like, I don't think that's really... I think that's just fading away slowly.
A lot of people don't, but it's just cases take up space. They take up a lot of space, especially if you own a lot of games. And I mean, I guess if you're one of those people that sells your games back,
you fucking heathens,
then it's fine. But I mean, I don't really care what the case looks like. I'm more interested in if there's going to be a black.
I don't think we'll get one at launch. I think we'll get it after launch. There's no proof behind me saying that. I just think that's maybe what they'll do, because I feel like they would have revealed the black one at this point.
Huh?
I think they might just reveal the black one at some other point.
Yeah, there will be a black one.
There's gonna be a black one. I don't know why there wouldn't be. I'll spray paint it black. I don't care.
Why would you spray paint it black?
Because I want to ruin it, Chevar, obviously. Anyway, no. Oh.
What else did you have?
No. I just didn't. No. I just didn't hear the sound coming in. It's all good. Do you want to take this one? Or I can take this one.
Or you could be smooth and just like let the waves move throughout the podcast.
Yeah, I want to be smooth then.
A podcast, not a stumble cast. Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, and Souls like scrapped by Valve.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Keighley has a new documentary, Half-Life Alyx: Final Hours. It looks at Valve and talks about mostly Half-Life, I'm assuming, and then I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? Have you seen the documentary?
I've seen clips because I didn't want to buy the documentary off of Steam because I don't have the right computer for it right now. I can't download Steam on my work computer, but which is not the computer I'm using now, but that's a different story. But yeah, no, I saw clips of it. I saw the clips where they were talking about the Half-Life thing. The whole documentary is kind of just about how Valve does like game development. It is about Half-Life Alyx. It's just that that's like the time frame that a lot of it's taken from. You can tell a lot of it's been filmed over years, though. But specifically,
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I tried to cover that one. I'm drinking stuff, but
fuck.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Yeah. So the documentary. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, no, they kind of talk about towards the tail end of the documentary. This is like the first confirmation we've gotten that Half-Life 3 like doesn't exist, and that Left 4 Dead 3 did exist at some point, but they scrapped the whole thing. And I thought it was cool because I actually saw this part too, but Left 4 Dead 3 was going to be like an open world game in Morocco. Just, that's kind of what they were shooting for, less like the first 2 games, I guess. And Half-Life 3 was kind of going to be like a more experimental thing too, like more like open world, kind of more expansive than the first 2, which are really on rails. But no, I thought that it was interesting just to see that like they had these ideas for things, and the Souls-like, it is like a Souls-like thing. That was kind of how it was pitched. Is like, super hard enemies. It's a lot of cryptic stuff. You have to find different ways to level up your character, and it's not super obvious. It's like third-person action based. But I don't know. I don't know. I like a lot of Valve games. I'm just not sad that Half-Life 3 doesn't exist. I beat Half-Life 2. I like Half-Life 2. It's a good game. But I just don't. I'm just glad that maybe now people can stop asking for it, because I feel like even when that meme died a few years ago, people
are gonna keep asking for it. The thing is, like, I haven't seen the documentary, so I don't know what goes on there. But it's very clear, like, the reason you don't have any of these games released, I don't know what reason they say, right? But the reason there's not a Half-Life 3 and a Left 4 Dead 3 is because they make so much fucking money from Steam. Why would they need to make a video game? There's no point. There's absolutely no point. Why would they need to do that? You're never going to get a Half-Life 3 unless they feel like they just make an extra $1 billion this year and they have to spend it away, and they get a tax write-off for making video games in fucking Minnesota or something. So they put up a studio up there. That's the only thing that will ever fucking happen. You're not
if they wanted to make a Left 4 Dead 3 or a Half-Life 3, they would have made it. They don't need to. It's fucking Steam. Like, they don't.
That's the thing. They don't need to. I mean, games are made to make money. I mean, yes, there are people with passion and stuff like that, but Valve is a gigantic fucking company throwing millions to the corner to make a game that, I'm sure sell tons and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But they could also just like rest on their laurels and then make $1 billion tomorrow. So who gives a shit?
Yeah, no, I don't. I feel like this should have been an obvious thing, because I remember when he released his documentary, people were like, "Oh my god, that's crazy! We have confirmation that it's been canceled." And I mean, there's so many games that haven't been officially canceled that we know are never coming out. I mean, I don't feel like this should have been such a gigantic revelation to some people. But I mean, the documentary is cool. I don't want to pay $10 on Steam specifically to buy it and watch it, so I might watch it at another point. But because he made it in conjunction like with Valve, so they sold it on
of course.
platform.
Jeff Keighley is always in conjunction with someone.
Oh yeah. Listen, that's why he's stuck around through Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb and all them, and what was Adam, whatever his name was, Attack of the Show, all those people. He's
Adam, whatever his name is?
Attack of the Show. What was his name? Adam Pereira or something like that.
Yeah, Pereira. Yeah, the guy who looks like the guy from Devil May Cry 5. Yeah.
Yes, he looks exactly like him. Yeah. No, wow. You just ruined that for me. Yeah, I know.
But Jeff Keighley was the only journalist there. I mean,
that's true.
A journalist? I don't think so.
No. Well, he's a critic. I guess that's not the same thing.
He's a critic. I don't think he's a journalist.
Not the same thing. Yeah, no.
They're not the same thing. I mean, I like Adam Sessler, but he ain't no goddamn journalist.
He ain't no goddamn journalist.
I'll multiply from 10 backwards. 3 times 10 is 30. Going 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 8 is 24.
I get comments that this is too long and too loud. I'm not sure which it is. It can possibly be both.
And 3 times. Hey, listen. Y'all either got to deal with it or you got to turn the volume down. Or sure, I have to get some kind of EQ situation going on here. But I don't know.
No, that is EQ, baby. I pulled that one down, -25.
Yikes. Gosh.
It's usually at 0, so I hope eardrums.
No, my eardrums are blasted. It's okay. Did you get to see Ubisoft this year?
Yeah, I saw the Ubisoft Yeah.
Yeah, so you were right about the Far Cry thing. They announced Far Cry 6 with Giancarlo Esposito playing the fucking villain along with his imaginary son.
Well, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. He might not be a villain.
Yeah, no, it could be like an anti-hero thing. Or like a,
I'm fucking with you. He's definitely a villain.
No, he's definitely the villain. He's Giancarlo Esposito.
He's a villain.
Yeah, no. It's I don't know. I have hope for it. I kind of have hope for it because it's a new generation. But I do remember a lot of people's gripes with Far Cry 4 because that was the first next-gen Far Cry. And people were like, wow, this feels just like Far Cry 3. So, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm still probably going to play it. I just don't...
Oh, yeah, I'll play it. It's the same thing I was worried about last week, even though that podcast technically came out like 2 days ago. But,
yeah.
Like... They'll hype this up, and he's gonna be this big bad guy with all these deep layers, like a fucking Shrek onion. But we're gonna see him at the beginning. He's gonna talk to us through a radio. We're gonna see him in the middle of a cutscene where he lights the warehouse that we're in on fire, and we try to escape. And then we'll see him at the end in a final showdown where he's like, you shoot me or you shoot my son, and then you shoot one of them or both of them, and like he's gonna be like 5% of the game. Just like I remember Far Cry 3 when they had Voss.
Yeah, Voss was the main villain, quote unquote.
Voss, you see the guy like as often as you see the bottom of your scrotum. How many times have you seen the bottom of your scrotum in your life?
I've seen mine every day, gang. I don't know what you're talking about. We out here.
I don't know. I
intense yoga.
I tend not to be putting my legs behind my head very often.
Shit, you ain't living life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you never see the guy in the game, and I'm sure it's gonna be the same thing with the guy who shot Malcolm X. He's one of the guys.
Yeah, he's I don't know. I think it's cool that they do this. I don't know. Ever since they did the thing with Kevin Spacey with that one Call of Duty, and it turned out that like it was just like you're right. It's just a few cutscenes so they can say like, oh, we have this actor in here. I just care more about the game. They kind of give us the same flavor text that they have been with the last few games as far as what the description is about. It's a dictator, and wow, he's doing disturbing shit, and you're a part of this regime, and you're gonna be. It's the biggest playground we've had so far for a Far Cry game, which I'm pretty sure they say that every single Far Cry game.
Well, it's usually true, I guess.
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess this one's different. Just kidding. All the last few made you choose between male or female, so that's not different. But yeah, it comes out February 2021, so probably gonna end up picking that up at some point. Maybe for a sale for like $7. Like I'm pretty sure 3, 4, and 5 are on sale right now, all for like under $10.
I'll probably buy it at launch if it's gonna be on the PlayStation 5. There won't be that many games, so might as well.
I'm gonna be playing PS4 games on my PS5. Shit.
Yeah, I'll play a lot. I still have tons of PlayStation 4 games.
I already see. That's the funny thing is I already know personally I'm gonna be playing mostly PS4 games for the first like. I mean, I would say the first half a year, if not the first year the PS5 is out, I'm probably going to...
Nah, that's not... Here's what's going to happen. Here's my prediction. Because of the Corona thing and how stuff is slowed down, right? Like, these consoles are going to release, and we're going to have those... Like, they're going to be like 5 or 6 games that come out. Like, Cyberpunk, Far Cry 6... Of course, you have your sports games. What all the other shit that was announced last week...
Yeah,
Far Cry 6, Watchdogs, right? These things will be out. Watchdogs isn't out until like February or something. And
yeah,
then,
Watchdogs doesn't come out until Watchdogs comes out October this year.
Oh, okay. And then we're gonna have like a kind of a hole because of shit slowing down from Corona. Even if stuff is back up to speed, there have been months here where nothing's happening, and you have lots of studios in the places where everything's still shut down. So
Right.
I imagine lots of people are going to be playing PlayStation 4 games on their PlayStation 5.
Oh yeah, no. There's gonna be. This is gonna be the perfect time to catch up on shit if you haven't already. It'll be really funny because you can play like Dark Souls on Dark Souls remastered on PS5 probably. If that game's like like over 10 years old at that point. I mean, almost 10 years old at that
Oh
point.
yeah, I'll definitely be playing that.
Oh yeah.
Then they had what else? Far Cry 5, Watchdogs Legions.
Yeah, looks good.
It looks interesting. I think it's interesting that you can just play as any. You're recruiting these people and you're playing as like. There's no one character. That's kind of cool.
That was kind. I heard that's kind of the approach they were going for in the last game. I just like that since that first Watch Dogs trailer from the first game that they've made the entire. They're taking themselves a lot less seriously. Is what I like. It's not so deep dark like we hacker and shit.
Well, that's the thing. What happens with just about every open world game, you have because like if you do an open world game that's all serious and dark and gritty, right?
Yeah.
There's not the world is already pretty serious and dark and gritty, and then you try to be realistic, right? There's nothing happening in the realistic world, right? I mean, unless you're gonna have like even Cyberpunk. They're going to lean heavily on so much of this is bullshit science fiction.
Yeah,
it's silly anyway, right? Like first Watch Dogs, there's some stuff in there, but
it had some like funny stuff.
You gotta be more like you gotta exaggerate stuff more because I already live in an open world game called life.
No, I mean that's what makes like the Grand Theft Auto games and the Red Deads and all those other open world games like fun is that they're weird. Like it's not just or like Fallout. It's not just ooh I got a mission and everything's so serious and deep and dark. Like it is like a bunch of weird stuff. Like that's what makes it fun. So I'm glad that they did like kind of get more goofy with it because I haven't played Watch Dogs 2. I'm pretty sure we own it, but I haven't played it. But when I remember I watched a lot of gameplay because I was thinking about buying it, and they really did a good job with the second one. So I think this one should be around the same quality from what it looks like.
I think it looks kind of the visual presentation of it looks disappointing. I feel like I watched like a Game Informer because they played it last week and they released a video today, and they've been talking about the game for a year.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it's probably the bit rate of the video or whatever, and they recorded it. It doesn't look good to me. It looks kind of like one of those, like visually, it kind of looks like one of those indie PlayStation 3 games that was coming out.
I get what you mean.
4 games that were coming out pretty early.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I may be wrong. So
maybe, and I mean they are releasing a next gen version. They said after it comes out in October, so I'm sure that like probably around launch date for all the other consoles there will be a PS5 and Xbox One version. But we'll see if it has the smart delivery and all that shit because we'll see. And I did want to talk about this. This isn't a topic, but have you seen that a lot of the different games that have been announced for PS5 and Xbox One X? The pre-order prices for PS4 and Xbox One have all like been dropped to $50 and they haven't really gone back up.
Like what?
Like Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk, NBA 2K, Madden. I think a lot of them have gone down to $50 for the PS4 and Xbox One price.
Good.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know if that's gonna be a trend or not, but I've just been seeing a lot of the games. Every single pre-order I've seen, it doesn't change like 2 days later or a week later. It's like it stayed at $59.99. I mean $49.99. So
I'm still perplexed as to how I'm gonna get the $60 version when I only pay $50. But hey,
I'm taking them for their word for now. For now, I'm taking them for their word because they said that I should be able to buy Last of Us 2. No, not Last of Us 2. Let's think of a different game. Cyberpunk. I'd be able to buy Cyberpunk on PS4. And it should work on my PS5 with the newest version of it. That's what it says. So we'll see. We'll see if they just fuck the language up. But yeah, no. What else did they talk about at Ubisoft?
Valhalla.
Oh, Valhalla.
Valhalla gameplay.
Yeah. So Game Informer did a pretty in-depth discussion, or they did a pretty in-depth preview about this level they played from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which comes out November 17th. And I think they addressed a lot of concerns I saw a lot of people have when they saw the leaked gameplay, is that they're like, it was still a stealth mission. Like, it's not like the last games where you could literally try to assassinate somebody, and if they were like higher level than you, were like had better gear than you, they wouldn't die. Like, the game still embraces stealth a little bit, but at the same time, a lot of that preview also talked about how the game is, heavy in those same elements from Odyssey and Origins. So, like, I don't know. It sounds like they're going back for some stealth stuff, but from what the rest of they said is that it kind of does work like a lot of the other Assassin's Creed games have recently, where it's like you build up a fortress, you upgrade all your stuff, and then you can take on this person in this area. Okay, got him. Move on to the next area, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't know. I still like Assassin's Creed. They're still fun. I enjoy them. So I'll probably still be getting it. It's just that it's, it's one of those things where I feel like they need to take a break again, because they took a break at one point and it worked out. So I kind of want them to take another break with this series.
Maybe. I already own the game, so.
Valhalla?
Yeah.
How?
They gave it to me.
How'd they give it to you?
No, when I bought my computer parts, they gave me Valhalla for free. There's one good thing about buying computer parts. You get a ton of free games. I think I got like 4 free games and soundtracks.
Yeah, I'm actually very scared of you getting a Steam account.
I also got Death Stranding for free. I got that today.
Cool. All on PC?
Yep. So I got Valhalla download ready. I have to wait till it's out. And I got the Death Stranding came this morning or last night.
Cool. You're gonna play that on PC instead of PS4?
I mean, I got it, so I will. Yeah, I'll play it there.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. I don't know. It's funny because even like over a year later, I've still heard a lot of mixed things about that game.
What, Death Stranding?
Yeah, no, I've heard.
It's not a year yet.
Almost. I think it's almost a year. I think it came out like September last year or something.
It came out like at the end of the year last year.
Oh, okay, but. Yeah, no, I think that people are. I've had people I know, like personally, like some of them like love it. That they thought it was a really good game. And they like the gameplay flow. I feel like it's one of those you either like it or you love it. Like you either like it or you hate it kind of games. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what you think about it.
Yeah,
I haven't played it.
I hear it looks good and runs nice, and so I guess that'll be one of the first things I play on the PC. But yeah, Valhalla. I mean, I watched it visually. It leaves me feeling the same as Watchdogs. It's not like most impressive thing, but I mean, Ubisoft isn't always going for the most impressive looking. It's just, the gameplay loops for them is what they do. So
yeah, they like making a specific style of game where you know exactly what to expect, but like they try to revamp it every time or whatever.
I think it's cool. You get to make decisions and choices in the game. I have no idea what's going on with Assassin's Creed like lore at the moment. I have
no idea what's going on there.
I mean, I got the game already, so I will play it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said before, I'm not like super interested in like their take on playing as Vikings. I mean, I don't know what else they have in it. I don't know how.
Viking Assassins just sounds very contradictory to me, but I don't know shit about Vikings.
Well, there's no assassinations in the demo, at least from the one I saw. It's like you're storming castles and going in and chopping dudes up, which looks fun, but
just make a Vikings game. You don't have to call it fucking Assassin's Creed. Like, I'm good.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I haven't played any of the. Well, no, I haven't played any of the very recent ones, but from what I've heard is that they've kind of abandoned that central story of like Mason and not Mason, Desmond and all that stuff. So, I mean, really there's no like central story. So like, do they really have to call it Assassin's Creed? I mean, yeah, brand recognition and all that, but
you know your camera isn't looking at you, right? It's like you're like in a.
I can see my camera. Yeah, I can see my camera. Why do I have to be in the center of it like this?
I mean, you don't have to be in the center, but you could be like, you can have at least 2 shoulders in the frame.
What if I don't want to?
Are you in a sauna?
No, why?
There's so much wood.
No, this is just my house, dude.
Did they finish it?
Yes, it's finished. It's just got what's it called? Naughty wood? Yeah, naughty wood. Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's that pattern of wood. It's naughty wood.
Why is it naughty?
I have no idea. I just heard that that's what it's called in one of those home decoration shows my girlfriend made me watch, and we laughed for 20 minutes. So yeah.
Naughty wood. Okay.
Yeah, naughty wood. No, I promise that's the real name, unless somebody's lying to me. Yeah, no, but I'm glad, Ubisoft did their Ubisoft thing. I remember I used to be super excited about Ubisoft games coming out, like around the Assassin's Creed, like the first trilogy or so. I need to catch up on some of these games. So we have the last few Far Cries. We have 4 and 5 at least. We don't have 3. We don't have 3 on the newest consoles, but I've played 3 enough to know what that was like. So I don't know. I might try to blast through a few of those before the next one comes out. See what I think.
Ninja starts streaming on YouTube. Ninja. I don't know why he's not gone back to. I guess YouTube's paying him money. I have no clue.
Yeah, well, he hasn't. That's the thing. He hasn't announced like an official partnership or anything, so I don't know what's going on with this.
I know if you're a partner on Twitch, you can't stream anywhere else. And I don't know. Maybe he sees there's more money to make there. Maybe he just has a bad relationship with Twitch now. I don't fucking know. But he's streaming on YouTube.
That might be what it is. He did reject going to Facebook though when her mixer decided to shift to Facebook. So
because Facebook's kind of trash for whatever he does.
Yeah, I don't think Facebook is. No, I don't think anybody's gonna go to Facebook for gaming streaming anytime soon. Not saying it never happened, but no.
Yeah, not saying it'll never happen, but that is a thing that like I wouldn't have done it either. But I don't watch Ninja, so
no, I don't either.
Is that was that one?
Oh yeah, no, I mean okay. I think that this is really funny. So Phil Spencer, our favorite guy from Xbox, he said that Xbox Series games being held back by the Xbox One is a meme. He said, quote unquote, that's a meme. So basically he was talking to Game Industry, a gaming journalism website. He basically said that, there's just been this thing coming out where people are saying that because Xbox One games or One X games, Xbox Series X games will work on the Xbox One as well, that it'll be holding back the potential of the games on the Xbox Series X. And he kind of responded to it by saying, that's fucking stupid, because what about when games have different specs on PCs and people have different PCs? Like, does that hold the other PC games back? That was kind of his response to it. He was saying, it's a meme. It's something that's kind of taken on. And I feel like he was using the original definition of meme, not like, when people say.
What do you mean original?
Well, meme is meme. Let me Google meme. Let me Google meme real quick, because I know that meme has a real fucking definition.
How are you gonna Google it and then tell me? Okay.
Well, okay. Before I Google it, and I haven't Googled it yet. See. I haven't Googled it yet. There's nothing. It's just my background, right? So, from what I understand, a meme is literally something that people start saying, and it starts catching on over and over and over, and people will spit it out during a conversation, and it's like, oh, you know what I'm talking about. This is something that's just kind of circulated. So let me look up the definition, because I'm probably wrong, but I want to make sure I know how wrong I am. So hold on. Let me see. All right. Meme. An element of a culture or system of behavior that may be considered to be passed from one individual to another by non-genetic means, especially imitation. So that's apparently they have added a new definition of meme to the dictionary that represents the funny images and shit you see on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? I mean, I don't think that there's any real, bones behind the whole Xbox Series X is held back by Xbox One X compatibility. I mean, and he also said that, he has been playing his Xbox One games on his Series X for the past like year or so, and he said, it's working pretty well for him. But I mean, he works for Xbox. What he's supposed to say? I mean,
he's right. I mean, in a way, he's right, and then in a way, he's kind of wrong, because like the PC analogy is right. Like, so many people have there's so many kinds of PCs and specs and mixes of CPUs and GPUs, and it's got to work on everything, right? But at the same time, if they're not worried about lower end specs, lower end stuff runs like shit. It just does. But he is right. Like, them making the game for both doesn't mean that they have to hold back on the top one to make sure. Yeah, that's not. I mean, there's work to go in there for compatibility, sure, but there's no reason for it to hinder the game. The thing is, I didn't hear anyone saying this.
I've heard this a lot. I'd never agreed with it, but I've seen plenty of people imply that because you can use an Xbox One disc on an Xbox One and an Xbox Series X, that it won't be able to do as much. I never thought that made any sense. I think that's stupid, because we already know that, like, when you put disc for a game in, that's download. Yeah, it downloads it. Like, it doesn't do anything else. There's nothing. It barely has anything to do with the disc. So I always thought that was dumb. But no, I have seen it circulate a lot. A lot of people were saying that the Xbox Series X is going to be less powerful by default, straight up because you can use the same discs. But I don't think that makes any sense. I don't think that's smart. So I'm excited to see how all this smart delivery shit and everything works out. I want to see it tested out the very first day these consoles come out. Hopefully we can do it, at least with the PlayStation. But as far as the Xbox, I need to know how this works. And I want to see it work, like, with the systems next to each other and shit. Like,
We'll see. We'll see. By the way, I call dibs on the PlayStation 5. You got to buy the Xbox.
I'm already getting a PS5. I saved up all the money already. Sorry.
Yeah, you get the Xbox. I get the PlayStation 5. I call dibs.
No, I'll get both. I don't mind getting both.
I call dibs.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I thought. I call fucking dibs.
I was getting a PS4 plus one.
What?
Nothing at all. You gonna shoot me again? What is that? What is that?
I've been pretty sleep deprived this past 2 weeks.
When are you going to sleep? What time are you going to bed?
I'd say on the reg, I'm going to bed at like 1:30.
Oh shit!
I got shit to do.
On the regular, but don't you have to wake up in the morning?
I wake up at about 5:30.
Jesus Christ! No.
So the thing is, so I start work at 6. I finish work at 6:30, and then I got stuff to do, like this podcast or editing something, or I have to watch Game of Thrones with someone.
You have to. What season are you on?
I don't know. The one with the game and the throne.
And the thrones and the rape, yeah.
The one with the throne and the game. Yeah. So I don't know where that was going, but here we go. We're back to circle jerking.
Oh gosh.
All right, buddy.
All right. So this week in Circle Jerkin, I got to talk about the worst rumor propagated throughout all of gaming history. The PC MAsTer race. So as I said before, I'm building a PC.
Mm-hmm.
Pico, this PC. Oh my god! If I told you about this PC, your pants would immediately go wet.
Okay, so is it gonna have like the best specs ever, or is it just like mid-range stuff? Like what you got
No,
going?
no. I'm not spending $10,000 on the best specs ever. Water cooled jet engine, fucking.
Are you gonna be able to run out ultra settings?
See, that's a thing people say, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and I means nothing, man.
Why? Why does it mean nothing?
All right, so here's the thing. The PC MAsTer race is not too different from any other people's that claim MAsTer race. They tend to take all of these attributes that don't even apply to them and apply them to themselves. So what are the things people say about the PC MAsTer race? List them off.
The graphics are better.
The graphics are so smooth.
Yeah, they're better at shooting games. They have better control.
Shooting games. Yeah.
They have more games to play as well.
They got more games to play. All right.
They access the true capability of the game, or whatever the fuck that means.
All right. And true capabilities. All right.
Capability, yeah.
All right, that's four things, right? You supply
emphasis on cap.
Number one, shooting games, that's a thing because you have a mouse. It's just a different peripheral. It's gonna be better. That's that. Library of games, I fucking guess. I mean, Minesweeper don't really give a shit. I mean, that's the quality of most of Steam games anyway. All right, let's go back to graphics are super awesome, and the maximum capability of games is available to you.
Mm-hmm.
The PC MAsTer race is a complete load of bullshit because most of these fuckers who play games on PC don't have PCs that can do all the shit that they brag about PCs doing. If you have a PlayStation 4 Pro or an Xbox One X, here to referred as the Xbox, you are more likely to have played a 4K game or a game in 4K than 99% of people who use their PCs to play.
Oh, for sure. I would. Oh yeah.
Do you know how much a 4K gaming monitor costs?
Depends. I've seen a small one for like $250.
We're not talking. We're not talking like an ultra wide curved screen, just a monitor.
No, yeah, I've seen a regular monitor for like $250, $300. But it was on sale though. I will say that.
How big was it?
It was like 32 inches. No, not 32 inches. It was no. It was about 30 inches. Yeah.
Nah, nobody make 30 inches.
The fuck? I don't remember the exact size, but you know what I mean. It was around that.
If you're gonna buy a 4K screen, let's just say 4K game. You're gonna buy a 4K screen, right? That's gonna pull you at the worst kind of screen. 4K, like $400 minimum, and I'm talking like 27 to 32 inches.
That sounds about right. Yeah, because when I saw
I could spend the same thing and get a fucking regular old TV that has 4K at 65 inches, no doubt. And that's just the screen. That's just the screen. That's only the screen. If you want to get the GPU to do that, you have to spend at least $600.
Ooh, so
the average PC user spends $300 on their GPU.
Jesus
like that's
Christ. How much you spend on yours?
And the average user has a 1080p screen. I mean, not even 1440p is the average.
Is 1440p not 4K?
No, what the fuck?
That was a joke, sure.
Okay, then what's 4K?
4000p.
No, that's a common misconception. It's not.
What is it then?
It starts with a 2.
2000p.
No, it's not 2000p. But
so it's 8K like
it's not
twice as many P's.
8K a lot of P.
A lot of P.
A lot of P in 8K. Most when I say like most, I don't mean like 55% or something. I'm talking like 90% of these fuckers can't even play these games in the highest quality.
Oh yeah.
At all. I mean, yes, it's possible for the PCs to have these amazing, outlandish graphics, but you have to spend thousands of dollars. When instead, you could just buy a PlayStation or Xbox for a couple $100 and enjoy 4K, enjoy HDR. Fuck HDR. You want HDR in your screen and you want your video card to be able to do HDR? I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars, which they don't use. They don't. No. The PC MAsTer Race is a fraud.
Well, what about people who do upgrade their PCs over time? Like they do have like, because I know a couple of friends who do have like 4K monitors and shit like that, but they have been PC gamers for a long time, and they've been building onto their PC over time.
Okay, how appealing does this sound? Hey, I want to get into playing video games. I guess I'll take 15 years to make sure I get the upgrades, or I'm going to go to fucking Best Buy and buy a PlayStation 4.
No, Chevar, that's why I'm a console gamer. That's why I don't play games. I play some games on PC. The only games I played on PC are low-end games like, you know, like Undertale and shit before that was on console, right? Which I feel like that's still the best way to play the game. But yeah, no, I will always agree with you on this. I feel like, yes, PC has some edge to it, but like I feel like I gotta spend so much more money to get like that edge in the first place, and I don't have that fucking money. Like,
well, to get the edge, you need to spend a shit ton of money, and then at this point, the argument is kind of different when we're talking PlayStation 3 and stuff. But when you've got 4K capable consoles that are able to run at not even 60 frames, just to say 30 frames.
Yeah,
HDR compatible. Got all these things. Just to meet those standards on a PC is going to cost you at least. I mean, even if you like said, I don't even want a fucking case. I just want. I'll hang this bitch on the wall. It's going to be at least $800, $900.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm
like
good.
That, and the thing is, yeah, people say, oh, you can upgrade and come up. That's not how it works. You've got the three most expensive parts that are, it's not an option, right? There are things that can be expensive. Like you could do you can do really expensive water cooling. Or you can do really expensive stuff like that. But the three by default most expensive parts to a PC, from least to most expensive: the motherboard, CPU, the GPU. If you were to go out and get yourself a middling, like slightly, let's say average PC to play games, right? And then you want to upgrade. So you want to upgrade, you want to get those better graphics, right? You're going to need a new GPU.
That's like $200.
You're taking your $200, $300 GPU and you're going to replace it with a $600, $700 GPU. But then again, now I'm thinking, hold on. I have this like strong GPU. I probably want a better motherboard, because if I've got this cheap motherboard that's not going to really support my GPU, I got to get another one of those. And that's going to be, let's say you just get like a good, decent motherboard, not like the out of these world ones. That's boom, $200, $150, something like that. And then if you've got this $500 graphics card, I'm going low end, right? $500, $600 graphic card, this $200 motherboard, and then you've got this $150, $200 fucking CPU on it. Nah, you can't. You can't do that. There's no point. That's the CPUs. You have to get another CPU. There's no such thing as upgrading your computer and really getting an upgrade.
So I have a question though. So
without spending a ton of money.
Well, I have a question though. So what I remember from when I was a lot younger is that people would build their PC so good they didn't have to upgrade them if they're going to upgrade them or replace them at all for a while. So are games getting like so good now that point is like that isn't as true anymore? Like you can't really build your PC ahead of whatever gaming is on because it's already
no. That's no. Like two things changed. Games changed. Like what people are playing on PC changed. Is before you playing stuff that doesn't necessarily need or even have the graphical that like people playing Warcraft, World of Warcraft, and those games only they have a style. They don't even use it. It didn't matter, right?
Right.
And of course, you have all these other games that come out for the PC and the graphics get better. And I guess back then you could buy the highest thing and sit on it until you save up for another upgrade, which isn't that different from now. But that's if you're gonna do that, you're gonna spend thousands of dollars.
Yeah, no, that's
I mean, you're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars.
That's why console gaming to me it's more worth it for. I don't know. Listen, if you're a streamer or something, it's a completely different world. But I feel like if you're just a person who likes to play,
if you're doing other stuff, like I'm getting this computer so I can edit and I can we can do the podcasts and stuff like that better. If you're streaming and you're editing and you're making stuff, it's a necessity to have the best because it's productivity, right?
Right.
But you playing a game, if that's all you're doing is playing games, right? I mean, you can do that on the PC and spend the small, like get an average PC, go and buy and play those games. You'll play all the indie games perfectly. You'll play the high, the AAA games at a really decent level. That's no different than having a PlayStation or Xbox.
Yeah, no, that's why
my thing. It's not that it's bad. It's just the average level of PC play doesn't allow you many of the things that Xbox and PlayStation do.
Right,
is more expensive, and then it's kind of like, what was the point? Because if you're not doing the editing, and you're not doing all that stuff, and I mean, if you want to just play those PC only games, that then it makes sense, right? But then again,
right.
If you built it yourself, like I could build a $500 PC, no problem.
Yeah.
It's going to run and play stuff. But what's the point if you're just playing games? I don't get it. Anyway, PC Race is bogus. You guys are fucking scammers.
It's bullshit.
You're dreamers.
No, because I mean that's true though. I mean at this point, not a lot of PC gamers have the right specs that they claim to have. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just go to like the ecosystem. I don't know. I feel like these days console gaming is just so much easier to get into. It's so much easier to play. So many people I've seen pick up gaming over this quarantine shit. They didn't build a fucking PC. They went to the store and got a PlayStation, and they're doing great. So,
well, also it's really expensive to build it. Like, here's the thing: because of Corona, a lot of places are trying to sell as much as they can, so that's a thing. But also because of Bitcoin, everything has gone up in price because the Chinese are buying all the graphics cards and shit, so they can get they can mine as much Bitcoin as possible. Not just the Chinese, but the Chinese are heavy in it. If you were to build the PC in your mind and then go look for the parts, there's a good chance that a lot of those things aren't available because of the market, the Bitcoin market.
Fucking, I don't even. It's funny because I sort of understand Bitcoin. Even then, I'm just like, nah, man, shit's volatile.
I bought some Bitcoin.
Really? Did you now? How much Bitcoin you got?
Shit. Hold on. Let me open up this whole.
Do you even have a whole? Do you have a whole Bitcoin?
Hold on. I don't think I got that. That's like $9,000.
Yeah, that's thousands of dollars. That's why I asked. That's why I was like, hold up.
If I had a Bitcoin, boy, I'd be that thing be gone.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't even. Are you kidding me? Let's see. Bitcoin. Okay, so one Bitcoin at this moment is worth $9,207.77.
Oh, yikes!
I own 0.00031545 Bitcoins.
Okay, so you don't even own. Okay, no, okay, you're doing good. That's good. I just didn't want to make sure you weren't. Yeah, no.
No, hey, that equals $3, bro.
You equal $3. No, that's $3 of the Bitcoin. I can't complain. I've bought stock in companies for like less than a stock. So I mean, 0.00 whatever Bitcoin is better than 0 Bitcoin.
All right. We got the two big topics.
Both about Sony.
Yeah.
Sony.
Are these big topics?
Yeah, big topics. Big topics.
It's all Sony? Oh my god.
Yeah, just 2 Sony ones.
You make us sound like we're Sony.
Well, if there's more Xbox news, I would put it up. But I mean, they haven't really. They have an event next week on July 23rd. We will be tuned into that. But they haven't really announced anything recently. I am excited to see what they do say at their next thing. I think we're going to see more exclusive stuff. And they've been teasing a lot more Halo stuff. But no, I mean, this is only because it's two pretty big things I would say to do with PlayStation. So the first one, Sony Corporation invested $250 million into Epic Games, which if you guys don't know Epic Games, they're the guys behind Fortnite. That's probably the thing you guys know them most for. They used to be the owners of Gears of War before they sold it to Microsoft, and they also make Unreal Tournament. Sony invested $250 million into them. So I think that means that I safely think that means we're going to see exclusives or like timed exclusives on PS5 probably sometime soon. But it might be with, games that we haven't seen come out yet, if that makes sense. Or maybe if they're making another Unreal Tournament, which I like Unreal Tournament, so only against that. What do you think? Because I think
it's interesting. I mean, do they still make Gears?
No,
now?
They sold that to Microsoft with whenever Gears Judgment was the last one that was made by Epic.
Okay. I think it's interesting. I don't know what the plan is for this, but I think it could be good things. But it's still minority. It's not like they own Epic or anything. All we can do is just wait and see. I mean, there's no real way to see what'll happen there.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see lots of Epic games on PlayStation, but that's not like something that wasn't happening before. So.
Well, doesn't it make sense for there to be more exclusive things though? Because I mean, before they bought Rare, I was looking this up earlier. Before Microsoft bought Rare, they did the same. They did a similar thing with Rare. They like put a bunch of money into them and said, "Make games for us," and they were like, "Cool." So I mean, do you think that Sony could theoretically buy Epic Games at one point?
Maybe, but Epic and Rare are not the same thing. Rare is much smaller than Epic. Epic, I'm sure, has lots of shareholders who have as much and probably more stake in the company than Sony does.
Right.
And I don't think other parts of that organization would be happy making exclusive games again. because they can make so much money not doing that, especially if Sony is in that boardroom. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a good thing to have more games coming around. Just like when Microsoft got Rare, I don't hold Rare as high regard as Epic, but
yeah, especially the last few games they put out. No, I'm excited to see where this leads. I don't think it will be exclusive games fully. I think they'll just have some things timed for PlayStation or some exclusive PlayStation stuff for some of these games. It's only $250 million, which is a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things with how much money these companies spend, it is a lot of money, like I said, but it's not like, enough to warrant full exclusivity kind of thing. So I don't know. There probably might be something as small as updates coming to Fortnite faster on PS5, or they might straight up be making a game with Epic that comes out a year or so before it does on Xbox. But that's what they did with Tomb Raider on Xbox and shit. And then the next one they were like, "Fuck that." So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see how this kind of pans out, but. It's interesting because now Xbox and PlayStation are kind of doing that thing where they're assembling their own team of developers and stuff. So when we see moves like this, I kind of think it's interesting because it kind of points in the direction maybe that Sony's trying to take their own team of stuff, because Microsoft even had a whole,
they all have their own. They all have tons of studios. This is not like it's not that big of a move to me.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
It's cool, but I'm not a Fortnite guy. I'm sorry.
I'm not either. I'm super not a Fortnite guy. I think Fortnite is I think Fortnite's incredibly overrated, but I think it'll be interesting. I wish they still owned fucking. I really wish that they still owned Gears of War, but that's been a Microsoft thing for a while. But the other cool thing I saw. You know more Japanese than I do, so you can actually kind of read this diagram. But I read this on IGN and some places on Twitter. But there was a patent released for the just a patent from PlayStation, from Sony, to make basically a backwards compatibility system that would simulate the operating system for each of the PlayStations to work on something. It didn't say the PS5 or anything specifically, and it's done through the cloud. So I thought that was interesting because it's kind of a different way of doing the backwards compatibility thing. Because from what I kind of got from it, it would emulate the operating system through the system if this is for the PS5. And then through the cloud, it would either receive the game or that's how it would play it through the cloud. So like you would probably download the game from the cloud slowly or all at once, and then it would go back to the cloud when you're done. So I don't know. I thought that this was interesting. It shows that maybe they are planning to do full backwards compatibility with the PS5, but I thought that this was kind of cool. Is this something you would want? Do you want full backwards compatibility?
It'd be cool. I don't absolutely need it at all. As long as there are games on the PlayStation 5, I don't really need that much backwards compatibility. It's not like sadly, I'm not playing like 10 games a month anymore. So
yeah,
but it'd be cool. It's a feature. It's not a requirement for me. It's a cool thing to have. I hope definitely PlayStation 4 is backwards compatible.
Yeah, that's the one we have confirmed for sure. Is 4. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe this didn't come out with the PS5, but it came out like as a feature later on, kind of like they did with SharePlay and some of that other stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a thing where you could pop in a PS2 disc and then it would validate it and then pull the game from the cloud and then you could play it, and that's how it would work. But I don't know. It is interesting though. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be digging up any PS1 games though to throw in there unless for novelty. Maybe the first few months I have the console.
Yeah, that's what it'll be, novel. There's some old RPGs which I'd play again, but
Legend of Dragoon.
But that's already on PlayStation 3.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah,
which you can download on PlayStation 4. So,
but if you have the game though, isn't that cool? Like, why don't you just dig up the version of the game you already own and then just put that in and probably
this patent isn't about The patent isn't about putting the disc into the thing and then it loading.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. That is not specified in the patent. That's true. That's just wishful thinking.
Right. It's more like, I don't know what these T things are, but on the right it shows that you'll have. Can't see the whole thing. It shows that you'll have maybe these are screens.
Yeah.
The screens show the library of each console, but they also have where there's just a thin client here, which is just a computer that is holding an operating system for something else to use, and you can play from there.
What if this isn't even a PS5 thing? What if this is just something they're doing separately as like a
or it
different
could be
console?
something they're not doing at all. I mean, they do this all the time where they file patents and
Okay, well, that's true too. That's true. It could be just something that they're filing just to see if they can even do it. I think it would be interesting if they did release a PS5 and they said, okay, here's our backwards compatible console, play all your games on it. Here you go. But that's also expensive unless they do it this cloud way and it works in a less expensive way. But I think it's pretty interesting. I just know that personally, whenever it comes to backwards compatibility with the PS5, I'm definitely gonna be playing 99% PS4 games with that feature. Probably not too many PS3 games unless it's like the Kingdom Hearts remasters I have that I do not want to repurchase on PS4.
Mm. Yeah, I'm looking at this thing. It's like, so you'll get a preview video of the game, and then from the game, you'll start the game. Demo game code. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it sounds like you're emulating the game from the cloud, but we'll see. It would be interesting if this was a separate device, though. It'd be kind of cool. I do not think this has anything to do with the PS5 because PS5 is basically already made. So, and they said they were upping production, even though they said they're going to lower production a month or two ago. They said they're going to actually produce twice as many PS5s for the holiday season. So that's news. And I don't know if it's good news, all this Corona shit going on, but it's news. So
yeah, I guess. Yeah, well, that's great. Are we getting Ghost of Tsushima? Oh,
Ghost
man.
of Tsushima?
Tsushima?
Yes, we are getting it. I'm pre-ordering it tonight. Yeah,
do that. I'm gonna play that. Next week this week I should have all the parts for all the PC, the computer.
PC.
So I'll do a video on that, and you can watch me build the PC, and I'll explain what's happening, and we'll see if we fail or we don't fail.
Nah, you'll be fine. We got it.
Yeah, I've gotten a few boxes in, but not everything's in yet. So we're almost there.
Okay.
Yeah, the big beautiful stuff isn't in. Like the case, my case is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of so ridiculous. I'm a little like embarrassed.
What does it look like?
You
can't tell me. Okay, cool.
You'll see the case, and then you'll see the fans, and then you'll see the thing. You'll see the case. I'm gonna do the whole. I'm gonna show the whole room. So I'm gonna have this this monitor here on the wall. Then I'll have the other monitor under it, and then
that's cool.
I guess I'll have the laptop. The laptop's gonna be a problem because that's not gonna be part of anything anymore.
Yeah, no, it's just a laptop.
Yeah, I guess the PC will be here. Yes. Yes, we'll see.
That's cool. I'm excited. I'm waiting to see what it looks like.
Well, you'll see that. And we have some other YouTube videos coming. But once the computer comes, I'll be able to get in there and really, it's going to be so much faster. The amount of time it takes me to edit this show is already too long. half the time. I'd say, especially over the past 2 months, we've had lots of audio failures here.
Great. What about this time? Did it record the whole thing?
Yep, still going.
Okay.
And we'll have streams and all that beautiful stuff ready to go. So it'll be fun.
It'd be great.
You got recommendations? You watched Twilight? Ew.
Twilight? What are you talking about? Oh, the Twilight Zone. Yeah, no, the Twilight Zone. The new one with Jordan Peele as the host. The second season came out a week or two ago. We watched most of the episodes. You don't have to watch them in order, but it's pretty good. I think the first season was better so far, but the second season is pretty solid. And I've been watching the old version too, and I don't know. I think the newest reincarnation of the Twilight Zone does a lot better of capturing like the spirit of the old black and white ones and stuff, because it's still just as bizarre, but it doesn't take itself as seriously because the old Twilight Zone didn't take itself too seriously. But no, I recommend that. I saw, the guys who made Regular Show, they have a new show on HBO now called Close Enough, and it's pretty fun.
I watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, if you like Regular Show, you'll
it's the
probably
same thing as Regular Show, except they have like tits.
They cuss and they do drugs. Yeah,
it's the exact same show, except everyone's a human. It's
great. It's amazing. And then if you haven't seen it, Hannibal Buress has a stand-up on YouTube. It's pretty funny. He took a lot of liberties with the editing and stuff, and also I don't know, I feel like his stand-up has been getting better every special, because there's one special he has I thought was really bad, but he has a couple of good ones. I think he's pretty funny. And Steve-O has a podcast. I didn't fucking know this, but I was bullshitting on YouTube. I found Steve-O's podcast and listened to a few episodes, but there's an episode he had with Eric Andre. There's another one we had with Bert Kreischer, or how the hell fuck you say that guy's name. It's pretty funny, just because they talk about the wild shit they do, like how they do their pranks, because Eric Andre and Steve-O still, they do like the live action camera fucking around with people in public thing. So it's pretty fun. I'd recommend that episode. It's on YouTube. It's a visual podcast, but I think it's on Spotify and all that shit too. But no, I'd definitely check that out.
All right. I watched Perry Mason. I like the old Perry Mason. The new Perry Mason.
What even is Perry Mason? I have no idea what that's about.
It used to be kind of like his TV show mystery. What's the one with the old bitch? The old woman, and she'd solve the mysteries.
I don't know.
Murder She Wrote. No, Murder She Wrote. Right.
I don't know. Sure.
The writer, and every episode it'd be a new mystery, and even though she solved mystery.
Agatha Christie. Yeah.
Perry Mason's the same thing, except he's a lawyer, and it's the same thing. He investigates for the case, and then it's like you find out all this stuff. It's classic TV.
Right.
The new one is really different. He's not a lawyer. It's really dirty and gritty. I mean, it's
HBO,
more,
right?
Yeah, but it's not. It's just more set to the times, I guess, than the old one. Like, it doesn't glorify the times, I guess.
Right.
It's all right. The thing is, I'm watching it as it's coming out, so it's like every week.
Isn't the season over now?
No, it just started.
Oh, I thought it ended. That's what I saw on HBO Now. I mean, HBO Max.
No, it just started like 3 weeks ago.
That's weird.
So yeah, watching each episode every week. I haven't watched TV that way for fucking ever, so it's kind of a drag. But I like Perry Mason's this fucking ugly, mean guy. He's just trying to make a buck and solve a crime. It's different. It's fun. And then Game of Thrones. We've been watching Game of Thrones.
Legendary on HBO Max just ended. It's that ballroom show I talked about, I think 4 or 5 episodes ago. I got really sad because the finale, they didn't have an audience, which the audience is half of why that show's fun, because of COVID-19. I think that they said the finale was filmed March 10th, which is right when COVID hit New York, which is where they filmed the show. So it was kind of sad, but they had the finale. I don't want to spoil it, but check out Legendary on HBO Max. It's a great show, really fun, really really, yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's good to see, you know, people getting the spotlight for doing what they do.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the podcast. Remember, we're here every week, usually on Tuesday. Today's a Wednesday. But we're every week. You can go catch us on Twitter at Super Chevy Bro. No S. Well, there's an S at the beginning, not an S at the end. You can catch me at Chevar Price, Chevall at Chevall P. Follow us on YouTube. We post the show video of the show on YouTube. You are posting them, right?
Yes, I am posting them. Yes.
Every week they're posted there. So you can go watch us and see us wear dirty old clothes in the middle of and that hair. We're on Spotify, Apple. I mean, you already know that because you're listening to this. But if you're not listening and you're watching, and listen.
Subscribe.
Remember, subscribe to us, follow us. The more you engage with us, the easier it is for us to do different things. So don't be shy. Talk to us on Twitter. Get to us on Discord. The Discord's always open. Anyone can join. We do our live shows there. We'll probably be changing some stuff up with the computer coming as far as what comes out and when it comes out and all that stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Anything to say, Biko?
Nah, not really. You guys have a good week and stay safe out there with all this virus shit going on still.
All right. Talk to you later. See you next week.